3 months ago today, at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Tianjin, the leaders of 3 of the 4 major power centers on the Eurasian landmass, China, India, and Russia, joined in a defiant response to American unilateralism. The gathering was attended by Iran, all Central Asian, and almost all Southeast Asian countries. Only Arab states other than Egypt and Europe were missing. Once the home of the world's colonial overlords, Europe is now the sick man of Eurasia. The European Union lacks the institutional capabilities, unified Weltanschauung, resolve, and steadfastness needed to pursue either strategic or tactical objectives effectively. It has many of the attributes of a geoeconomic superpower, but seems determined to remain less than the sum of its parts, and thus politically impotent. Having invented modern statecraft, Europe has forgotten how to practice it. Europe's malaise and declining competitiveness will not be restored by the weird combination of austerity, rearmament, and embargo of Russian natural resources most of its governments have adopted. No European has come up with a coherent response to deteriorating transatlantic relations. Russian advances in Ukraine, energy insecurity, China's increasing technological prowess, or the emergence of a world order no longer centered on the West. In short, Europe is adrift. No one can now confidently predict Europe's future geoeconomic role or geopolitical orientation. The other major absentee at the Tianjin gathering was Japan, whose defeat in World War II was celebrated 2 days later in a grand military parade in Beijing. For its own reasons, India did not attend that parade. But Japan's efforts to persuade other Asians not to do so failed. The military might on display succeeded in demonstrating a convincing ability by China to defend itself against the United States. The United States is 7,000 miles away from the East and South China Seas. Distance attenuates power. Great distance attenuates it greatly. Together, the SCO, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, meeting at Tianjin, and the Beijing parade raise unwelcome questions. How long should Americans expect to retain the political military dominance we have enjoyed in Pacific Asia since the defeat of Japan 80 years ago? Beyond that increasingly ripe conundrum, what is our strategic view and focus? To what extent does our view of Japan's role in Pacific Asia or the Indo-Pacific coincide with Japanese aspirations? Must we follow Japan's recent threat to extend its defense perimeter to include Taiwan? Do we manage?
世界很酷，关注小度。